Howdy folks, back in New Zealand after about a month away. I am at last back in New Zealand. You may have not even noticed I was gone, but there's been a few people asking, where's the Champions Cup videos? Why no videos about Super Rugby, blah, blah, blah. Because I was away. I was away for all of April, but now back. Ready to watch some rugby because I saw bugger all while I was overseas. But hey, I guess time with the family sometimes is an important thing as well, even if it's with your in-laws. My in-laws are lovely. Month-long trip. There you go. What else has been going on apart from me being back in New Zealand? There's been a bit of news about rugby potentially heading to Qatar. We've heard about sports in Qatar before, but maybe the first time we've seen it in a rugby context. There's been some All Blacks, at least junior All Blacks, up against South Africa action, and there's been some news from Super Rugby. There's Champions Cup semi-finals coming this weekend. It's all a go. I'm happy to be back here in NZ. I also need to say a quick thanks to the patrons who still supported the channel when I was away in April. So cheers to all you folks, especially to Matt Barrett, Jack McHugh, and to Angus for chucking your support behind us. It means a lot. Patreon is down in the description, but as I said, I haven't been doing much for April, so it'd be a bit rich of me to ask for you to sign up there, but hey, that is what it is. I did put out some videos during April, which were all pre-recorded, and some Super Rugby ones, which I did while I was away, in conjunction with NZ Rugby, but yeah, most of the stuff you would have seen if you was tuning in was all pre-recorded stuff, so that's why it wasn't kind of particularly time-relevant stuff. But there you go. Now, rugby in Qatar. Rugby in Qatar is an unusual concept, but I guess we've seen the football go there a couple of years ago, and they have reportedly, not confirmed yet, been putting in bids to host the finals of this new competition, which is set on the horizon, this Nations Trophy, or what was it, Nations League competition, which is going to be coming our way pretty soon, basically. And yeah, they are looking at having some of those final matches in Qatar. It's only reported said at this stage, but reports are that it's a big money offer to host the matches in Qatar. I'm just going to put it out there. If the money's good enough, I reckon it'll go to Qatar. I don't think the administrators will be at the Six Nations ones, the Sanzar ones, or World Rugby. Whoever's getting paid, I feel like will take the money just because that's how it rolls. I would say because the New Zealand Rugby CEO, Mark Robinson, was interviewed about it, saying, well, I won't comment on the speculation, but we do need to take rugby to new markets. I would say if the new market that was coming along wanted to host the rugby tournament and they were broke, I don't think that rugby new market would be getting a look in. So I feel like money talks, and yeah, basically they'll go where the money is. So it wouldn't surprise me one iota to see that report be confirmed, but we'll kind of have to wait and see. South Africa and New Zealand played some rugby. If you didn't see it, the under-20s match, I've only seen the highlights of it, but it finished 13-all in the wet in the Sunshine Coast. So you guys up north have had the Six Nations under-20s for many years. We are now getting Rugby Championship under-20s, which is good because I feel like at age group level we are maybe a little bit behind compared to some of the Northern Hemisphere countries. So that's pleasing. Finished 13-all, as I said, in the wet. New Zealand scored a late try but failed to hit the conversion to win it. But a draw between these two kind of traditional rivals always seems like a fitting one. And then the Aussies lost to the Argentinians 25-6, which was a bit of a hiding. But then again, also wet weather and a big Argentinian four-pack. So there you go. Good to see some pre-rugby championship action. And then Super Rugby, which is having a cracking season if you're not watching it. I know a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people seem like it's kind of like your ex-girlfriend that you're feeling jilted by or something like that. You know, it's like it's a relationship that maybe didn't end well. And instead of, shaking hands and ending things amicably, there's a little bit of hostility. Not by everyone, by all means. Just, I read social media and that's sometimes highlights people being a bit negative. But Super Rugby's numbers are apparently up here in New Zealand, which is positive news. I would hope everyone who supports rugby would be happy about that fact, because we all want to see the game grow and do well. Seeing other countries fail is probably not going to be good for the game globally. So, yeah, Super Rugby's numbers are up here in NZ, but only by 11%, which I feel like is not following a World Cup year where rugby interest should be higher, and especially in a crazy season where the Crusaders went on this stupid long losing run and are currently sitting outside the playoffs, having won Super Rugby for the last 7 times, and the Aussie teams have been a bit more competitive this year. I feel like deserves a bit more attention than just 11%, but 11% is 11%. So viewing numbers in New Zealand are up 11%. So that is certainly one to be pleased about. The New Zealand Rugby CEO is aware of the fact that they need to get more bums on seats at the games. But it's hard for one for me to talk because I haven't been to a game this year either. I need to get my ass out there and watch some games live. But there you go. You guys let us know your thoughts on the stuff that's been going on. What else have I missed? Geordie Barrett's going to Leinster for a sabbatical. I'm very pleased about that. Nice to see a top All Black guy going to a top European club instead of Japan for a change. Nothing against Japan. But, most of the All Blacks just go to Japan, and I never get to see them because I don't watch the Japanese leagues. So, yeah, it's going to be great to see him running out in blue for a change instead of the Hurricanes and the All Blacks. But, yes, that's it. I'm glad to be back. I'll be looking forward to talking some rugby with you all. Thanks again to the patrons for supporting the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. There'll be actual content coming for the rest of this year and next year and, yeah, basically until I take a next holiday. Don't know when that'll be. Not for a while. Not for at least 12 months. So, yes. You guys take care of yourselves and cheers as always. Talk to you guys again soon. See you later.